things are harder when you're not, dealing
Paired.
with the right person in friendship, in marriage, or in business. It just doesn't work.
And it's painful and difficult. And you have to keep showing up and you don't see results for a long time.
Welcome back to Envisioning Success. I am your host, Laura DiBenedetto, joined by Daisy. It's my new baby. And she's got separation anxiety, so she will be my very small co-host for the day, in addition to my typical co-host, Julia Becker-Collins. Very excited to have you here with me. As always, Julia is on the verge of death, but she showed up just for you. The pollen count in Massachusetts is absolutely brutal today, so let's see if we can keep these episodes on the very fun side, so that stabbing feeling she has going right through her eye socket will not distract her from the points we're trying to make. So this is going to be a banger. We are doing some more hot takes for you today. The thing that we're talking about, the episode title, Stop Taking Whatever Walks in the Door. The reason for that, the reason for that is we see way too many business owners taking whatever business shows up, and then they wonder why their businesses are not hitting 7 and 8 figures. Well, today's episode is going to solve that. So, all that said, loving reminder, Vision is celebrating its 25th anniversary, and we would love to serve you. If you need some help with your marketing or just have questions and need a marketing pal, you can reach out to us at vision-advertising.com. And other than that, let's dive in.
Okay.
So let's see how many times I get bit and scream, ow, we'll see.
It'll be like a bingo card.
Yeah, she's teething, so we'll see what happens. And she's still just a baby. She's only
I'm just
12 weeks old. I'm just a baby. All right, for anyone who's watching, look at how cute she is.
The ears are killing me.
She's a baby.
Obviously, she's adorable, and puppies are adorable.
Oh, she's edible.
Nothing cuter in the whole world, but the ears.
Mm-hmm. Our own personal satellite dishes. I think it's amazing. Yep. Should have called her Starlink.
Seriously.
All right. So we got some, instead of actionable tips, we have some brutally honest truths for you that we wanted to lead with. So I'm going to kick this off with the first one. And I know Julia is going to have something wonderful to add to this. So the first one is, if you market to everyone, you work with no one worth working with. So listen, we hate broad, indiscriminate marketing that's trying to be the everythings and everybody's to everyone. You're not Amazon. I wish I was Jeff Bezos and had his bank account. That would be great, but that is not what I am. That's probably not what you are. And when you market to everyone, you actually attract just everybody and anybody. And that's how you end up with clients from hell.
And not for nothing, not to be nitpicky, but even Amazon isn't for everyone. You'd have to have a credit card. You'd have to have a debit card. You have to have the money to spend there. As much as it seems like it's for everyone, it's not. So there's plenty of things that people think is for everyone. And I have this conversation all the time. Can you hear the exhaustion in my voice from having this conversation? If you try to be something to everyone, you are nothing to no one.
Amen. Absolutely. So this is something like this and the next 3 episodes are going to be all about helping you to say no, hold stronger boundaries, and really help you to hit those 7 and 8 figure marks in your business. Hey, maybe you're close to your first 7 figures. Maybe you've already rocketed past it and you're like, damn, I'd really love to make it to 8. Cool. We'd love to help you do that. And sometimes the most obvious things are not talked about. And one of the things over the last 25 years, I'm sure you can appreciate, we've had a few clients from hell over the years. We've also had wonderful clients who have had clients from hell. And we're going to be revealing some interesting stuff in this episode and the next 3. So do not miss them.
Yeah.
What's number 2, man?
Scarcity mindset is the real cancer. It's a little ironic that you gave me this one.
I'm here for you, man.
Thank you. Thank you. For anybody who doesn't know, I was diagnosed with cancer in 2020, but we make lots of jokes about it. So I'm fine with that.
Good thing for dark humor.
We love some dark humor. Trauma makes you funnier, really.
It does. Also makes you like very frightening to people who haven't been through it. They'll be like, what is wrong with you? You're not supposed to joke about that stuff. Yeah, so I'm the one that visited death and you didn't. So I'm going to laugh heartily because we good.
Right. I always say that trauma doesn't make you stronger. It makes you funnier.
Okay, that's good.
So you're not growing because you keep thinking that something is better than nothing, but it is not. So scarcity mindset is a real problem across the board, not only in business, just in life. When you're thinking that you have to take the bottom of the barrel, that it's, what's in front of you, so you're going to take it. And especially when you're starting a business, it's really hard because you are like, well, I need to take anything I can get at this point. And that I totally understand. But once your business is established, you can't keep doing that because, as we're going to talk about in a little bit, there are hidden costs of taking on low fit clients. There's hidden costs of trying to just take anything you can. And then, not for nothing, there's really something to be said about how you present yourself in the world. And if you present yourself as somebody working with a higher caliber client, then that's who you're going to attract. Okay. Yeah. The dog is killing me. It's like, she looks like a doll. She doesn't even look real.
I know. She's a little baby mugwai.
So cute.
Look at her. She's like, I'm going to chew on you, Mom.
If anything will get you to watch,
this is going to be our most popular episode, not because of any of the shit that we say. It's going to be.
I was going to say, if anything gets people to watch YouTube, it's going to be this, to see the baby puppy, like the baby puppy. So
baby, little baby Daisy baby. I love her.
So cute. Oh my
God. A little fuzzy noggin. When we first got her, her little ears were flopped over because she didn't have enough cartilage in her ears. Oh, it was ridiculous. So, yeah. Anyway, so listen, a lot of the undercurrent of this, if you're finding this hard to grasp, think about this. Think about like personal relationships. You ever like find yourself in a friendship with someone that isn't really super aligned? Yeah, like you have to work so much harder to have a conversation. Sometimes miscommunications are so easy. Same thing in business. What about if you married the wrong person? I did that the first time. And guess what? Things are harder when you're not, dealing with the right person in friendship, in marriage, or in business. It just doesn't work. But it is awfully nice, easy, frictionless. It feels really good for everybody involved when it's a really good match. So
the thing I was going to say is that you can outgrow a certain type of client, just like you can outgrow a certain type of friend or husband or whatever. Even just because it worked for you previously doesn't mean you need to keep working with it.
Right. And it also doesn't make you a jerk to change your standards, because the truth is, as your business grows, you're adding people, you have different demands, you have different needs, your staff needs different things, and you have to elevate your standards. And it doesn't mean that, you're a shitty person because you've decided to say, no, I can no longer serve this specific group of society. I need to now serve this one. I remember I actually struggled with this when I was much younger and a baby business owner. And I just remember feeling like, oh, well, I don't want to disqualify those people because it's like I'm rejecting them and I'm passing a moral judgment. No, it's not a moral judgment. It's just that doesn't fit. Like I met this awesome lady at the gym today, or like I've seen her probably the last couple of months, and how you get your gym buddies and all this other stuff. And, we hang out, we were like both doing shoulders and stuff today. It was great. But then, she started talking to someone else very openly and loudly about her sexual preferences. And I was like, ooh, I was going to ask for your phone number, but now I am not, because that is not something I choose to do. I don't find that very classy. So that is me. You do what you like.
Right.
I'm going to continue lifting with you, and that is it.
Right. Yeah. There's a woman who goes to my gym who I find incredibly annoying, but not for any specific reason. She's just not my cup of tea, and she wants to hang out and go running, and I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm all set.
I am busy forever.
I'm good without that.
That's funny. All right, let's talk about number 3. So Being selective, which is exactly what we're talking about, is strategic and it's not arrogant. So think about this just for a moment. The people you say no to will define your business as much as the ones you say yes to. And that's important. The people you don't serve will resonate loudly. The people you do serve will resonate loudly. And that all contributes to the quality of the brand that you're building. And the more it's very clear who you don't work with, the more you're going to attract the right people. Oh my gosh, I can give you another great example. So, yesterday, I had someone very interesting show up on my calendar for a sales meeting. Great, happy to chat with you. But I read the intake form and it very much sounded like he's like, "You need to dance for me, monkey." And I'm like, that was the vibe. And I was like,
Dance, monkey,
yeah.
dance.
Yeah, I was like, no, I don't feel like you're being respectful from go. And I'm okay with earning your business. I am not okay earning respect. That should be given from the first moment. Like, you're the type of person, I could just feel this coming through his intake form. You're the type of person that is rude to wait staff. I don't want to work with you. So I canceled the meeting in email. I was incredibly polite. And guess what? I got a nice, snarky, rude response, and he proceeded to kick me in the shins twice. And I was like, and you just confirmed that I was correct to cancel with you because you seem like an asshole. And I have an anti-asshole policy in my life.
We are asshole free for clients.
Yeah, for a while there, we were charging an asshole tax. And then we just stopped charging the tax and stopped working with assholes. So yeah, more tax. We're tax free.
I had a similar experience recently. I had a sales meeting on my calendar with somebody who was a referral, but it was like the person didn't really know the person. They just casually met them.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, great. Happy to have this conversation. And something just seemed off in his form. Just like, gut feeling where I'm like, I feel like this is going to be a bad idea.
That's
So
some bad vibes, huh?
bad vibes, as the kids say. So I reached out to the person who introduced us, who has since spent more time with this person. And he was like, no, don't do it. It's such a giant waste of your time. He wants like a, platinum level this and paying the beer level bottom. He is also creepy, very creepy. Followed a woman from a bathroom once, followed a woman to her car. I was like, I'm all set with you. So I canceled that meeting.
Okay, well, seems like you and I both stayed in our power this week and we actually lived the truth that we're talking about. And this is how we grow great businesses that employees don't run screaming from. That's why we have one of our star employees celebrating his 10-year anniversary next month, is because we don't take assholes. And you shouldn't either, because of reason number 5, but we've got reason number 4. Julia, take it away.
Reason, or the 4th brutally honest truth. Your best clients never come from desperation. I will die on this hill. They come from clarity and a good pairing of values and needs and budget. They come from conviction and controlled access. If you are desperate or they are desperate, it is never going to be a good fit. And you and I have had this conversation over the years where you have said to me, I don't want any new clients where they are desperate for us to save their business. If they need us to save their business, they are not a good client for us.
Yeah. Oh, let me put some more meat on that bone for you. A lot of people think that, when they're not as mature in business, which is fine, no hate or shade on that, that marketing can save a business from the brink of disaster. I'll be the first one to tell you that marketing takes a long time. There's a lot of things that can save a business from the brink of disaster. Marketing is not one of them. Sales is top of the list. Get out there and sell. And personally, I have an ethical problem taking money from someone who's in a moment of panic and desperation. A, they're going to be irrational. B, they're not going to look at things through a lens of appropriate results and actually see things correctly. That makes it very hard for me to actually deliver success, because their definition of success is not grounded in reality, even though I've had these conversations over the years, even though I'm like, hey, this is the standard. Do not sign anything unless you understand what it is. Oh, no, I get it. And then 3 months later, yeah, but why isn't it working? We need it to work. Oh my God. I told you this before you signed. So now we just don't take that on. And what we do instead is we help people to see the real problem, which is if your business is on the brink of disaster, you have to go out there and sell, sell. And we have no problem having those conversations. And if you want to hire us to help you figure out your sales strategy, sure. But we don't ever allow people to get into the wrong programs with us because of desperation.
Yeah, I think it was one of the previous episodes just recently that we recorded where we talked about how sales and marketing are different and they are not the same, and how oftentimes people think that they don't have to do sales because they're doing marketing, or they don't have to do marketing because they're doing sales. Those are two totally separate things.
Yep.
And the other part of it is that you need to think about marketing as an investment. We were talking about this a couple of months ago offline, that, the stock market was really far down. But if you have 10 to 20 years before you're going to retire, it's the perfect time to buy because it's an investment.
Right.
It's a long-term strategy, and marketing is the same. And the clients that stay
Yeah,
with
but not
us,
in the whole 10 to 20 year time frame, because that's horrible. It takes
right,
6 months to a
100%,
year.
agreed. But I'm more saying it's not a 1 month turnaround unless you're doing paid advertising.
Right. That works very fast.
Paired with a very strong sales force.
Right.
And people just don't understand that.
Well, they're starting to, and anybody who's been listening to this show understands that. Marketing works really well. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in business. It's one of those things where it's kind of like going to the gym. The beginning doesn't look like much is happening, but there's a lot happening. But then when you stick with it, it's like, oh, there's the gains. Oh, look at that. There's the return on my investment. It happens. I mean, I love marketing. It's all about relationship building trust, and getting people to be drawn to you versus pushing and selling. I love pushing and selling, but that's a very different thing. Marketing is attraction. That's what it is. And attraction, I mean, come on, just takes longer. Unless you're me, of course. I just throw on some heels and lipstick and I'm totally kidding.
I can't.
I did tell you I'd try to distract you from the stabbing pain in your eye, so I'm doing my best.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I think that's a great analogy, the working out. I was actually just having this conversation with my dad yesterday where he was saying anything that's really good for you takes a really long time to see the results, but things that are bad for you, you get instant results. If you eat a pint of ice cream, I don't like ice cream, but if it instantly tastes good. And that's wonderful. And that's what you wanted from it. But if you want to get into shape, it's going to take months, years. And it's painful and difficult. And you have to keep showing up, and you don't see results for a long time.
Listen, that's so true, because I've been at the gym for 2.5 years and I don't go hard. I don't do 7 days a week. I do 3 to 4 days a week, but I do my absolute best. It was yesterday that I was walking by the mirrors and I was like, yo, look at my quads. I'm popping. I start to look a little weird in skirts because I'm at that weird stage where it's you can tell that I work out, but I don't like to eat right. It's oh, she has body fat. Gross. I don't give a shit. If I did, I would do something different.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah.
I know.
Good times.
Hey, I'm all about truth. All right. Speaking of which, number 5, low fit clients equals invisible costs. Julia and I have, been through this. So I've said that we're celebrating 25 years. Guess what happened before 25 years? Year 20, year 15, year 10, year 5, year 1. The things that happened in those years were, me learning how to do business. I mean, shit, I was 19 when I started this company. I didn't even know how to be a grown-up, never mind a business owner. So there was a lot of things that were learned. How to, I had to entrepreneurship and being a CEO are two things that you largely learn on the job. So, there were a lot of clients that, we had, oh, hi there, from a long time ago, who they were not really a fit, and they carried some very heavy invisible costs. You want to tell them about it? No? Okay. So lots of extra service, lots of extra follow-ups, lots of extra explaining, lots of extra hand-holding, a lot of babysitting, a lot of dealing, with people who maybe are not the greatest fit. One, I'm getting kisses. Oh,
Oh, a big yawn.
oh
Big
my God.
yawn.
How cute. Okay. So the thing that like has probably historically like probably made both me and Julia a little bit nuts over the years is I'm not a really big emotion person when it comes to business. I have feelings. I'm married. I have a mother. I love my little fur baby. Isn't she cute? Like, it's not that I'm allergic to feelings. We all have them. Even Julia, despite her profound allergy to feelings, has them too. It's just that we believe in time and place. And one of the things that was an invisible cost for us was the emotional heavy lifting and the emotional labor being asked of us in a lot of low fit clients that we have lovingly ushered onto other programs with other people that they're a great fit for. We are more acquainted, comfortable with people who are comfortable staying in the business lane and talking about business conversations in a business way. So that's it. The truth is, there's something that happens when you're constantly taking on the wrong clients. You are, you sell, you serve, but then you serve and serve and serve and serve and serve, and then you lose them because it was never a great fit, and your best efforts will often not work. Even if you do keep them, you're still going to have to repeat because it's not a profitable client. Alternatively, if you have a great client, you're going to have a selling, you're going to serve it, and then you're going to scale because you can keep a great client because they like you. You like them. There's nothing wrong with alignment. You're not arrogant. You're not a jerk. You're not any of those things for looking for proper alignment. Not one bit.
Do you want to send this episode to the guy that sent you the nasty email?
I'm not passive aggressive.
No, that's more aggressive than passive aggressive.
See, I was just thinking of sending him a selfie of me with my middle finger raised and being like, "You're number one." I'm kidding.
My
I would
heart.
never do that.
Number one in my heart.
You terrible. Naughty, naughty. All right. So anyway, this episode was all about stop taking whatever walks in the door. The next one is going to be about pretending bad clients are a systems problem and how you need to stop that shit. So very excited that you're here. Thank you for listening. We love you. As a reminder, please, rate, review, subscribe, share with a pal. And of course, you can always go to vision-advertising.com, hit us up on the contact form. If you'd like some help, we're always happy to give you a no gross sales pressure look at your marketing program to let you know what's working and what's not. If you'd like to work with us, great. If not, that's okay too. It's always nice to have friends. Anyway, give us a shout, vision-advertising.com, and we'll see you in episode 82.